Have you ever wondered how much money Dragon Ball Legends actually makes? Is it millions? Hundreds of millions? Which banner makes more or less? Which banner has brought the most money in? Well, in today's video, we're going to find out with a rough estimate. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so I've been meaning to make a video like this for a very long time now. I have been always extremely curious to see how much money Dragon Ball Legends actually makes. Is it in the millions, multi-millions, billions? We're going to find out in today's video, but I want to slap on a few disclaimers here before we get started. First things first is that this is going to be Japan only. So not even including the English, Western, American, stuff or anywhere else around the world, European. This is just strictly Japan. Okay. So this is actually quite curious because the number is actually going to be a lot higher than you guys think. And I do want you guys to comment down below, how much money do you think Dragon Ball Legends has made so far in its lifetime? The number will shock you. I've calculated this. The number will definitely shock you. Now, another disclaimer is that this might be slightly inaccurate as well. It's from a website called Game Eye, which is only the JP side only. But let's not waste any time, guys. Look, first things first, I do want to say this, that a few years did get affected because of the pandemic. And of course, this is known everywhere, right? People lost their jobs, people can't spend money. So it's a fact that, some certain years around the 2020 and 2021 mark, sales got affected and we can see it here. So first things first is that we are going to start off when the game got born, back in 2018-19. So 2018, I want to slap this on and combine it alongside 2019. Just due to the fact that, of course, we didn't get a big celebration or a full year in 2018, which is pretty crazy. So it says here in 2018 alone in Japan, they made $72 million, guys, alone in Japan for only half of the year, which is insane. Absolutely insane. Now, of course, this is the game's launch, so a lot of hype around the game, brand new Dragon Ball game. I get it. So still, for 6 months, 72 million in only Japan is an absolute insane number. Now, we head over to 2019 where they first had their anniversary, right? And we can see here exactly which characters brought in the most money. As you guys can see here, back in 2018 when we first got Beerus, before he was even in LF, they made 13 million just off of his banner alone. Of course, because it's the first time Beerus got released, he's not the best character, but at the time it was really hype. So Beerus does bring in a lot of money. Okay, so in 2019, they made 102 million in Japan only, guys. This is not counting, the West, of course, America, South America, Europe. So the number is a lot higher than this, right? If this is accurate, like I claimed in the disclaimer in the beginning of the video, right? So here we can clearly see what is, the highest grossing month, right? For example, the Beerus was the 4th highest grossing month in its history, which is insane, right? The first highest grossing month was actually in the first ever anniversary, which was, the Las Vegas tournament back in the day. It was really hype where they first revealed Super Vegito or LF Super Vegito for the first time. So that was the highest grossing month, which was 19.48 million. So basically $20 million, $20 million, guys, just off of Super Vegito, which is insane. Now, I also want to mention a few things. This is chump money. It's big money, but it's chump money compared to Dokkan. Dokkan does make a lot more money. And I think for various variables, of course, it was one of the first games to come out, so people are committing more to that game. That is a factor for sure. Some people might just enjoy it more. It's more for casual players and more adults, I would say, so they have more money to spend. Those are really valid arguments I've heard, so we have that as well. Or some people just think the game is better as well. But I personally like Dragon Ball Legends. So yeah, I mean, honestly, like 2019, 102 million is absolutely insane. And we're going to be tallying all this up in the final, towards the end of the video. So here in 2020 is when, of course, we had the pandemic. Okay, so here is and by the way, the game was in a very bad state. So combined with that, I think they started to introduce Zenkais here shortly. But, what's insane is that they had not a good year, but they had a really good anniversary. It's the third highest grossing month, which was when they first, or not anniversary, excuse me, Legends Festival, which was when they brought out, of course, Ultra Instinct Goku, and then, of course, LF Gogeta Blue and Broly for December. So to finish it off in the Legends Festival. So the first ever Legends Festival. So a huge, basically 60 million for 2020, right? Which is actually the second worst year. The worst year was actually 2021, which I'll say this, it was in a really bad state. The game, right? Of course, it was just really tricky. A really tricky year. That's when we got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Zamasu, and stuff like that. But that was like the peak of the pandemic. I mean, honestly, I get it. It affected a lot of businesses, and I think at the end of the day, this is a business as well, right? They make money off of revenue, and you can only make money if people work. And there was a lot of variables, and inflation and stuff like that. So I get it. But here, as you guys can see, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta made not only, not even 10 million, which is a shocker, 8.5 million, which is still a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. It's still a lot of money, but still, you would think it would be more, right? Now, things starts getting back to normal a little bit back in 2022. Of course, they made 78 or 79 million, right? So that's really good. That's last year, right? And of course, when we got LF Ultra Instinct Goku or MUI Goku for the first time, and as well as Ultra Super Vegito, they made 10 million or 11 and 12 million, basically, right? So for each of those banners, which is significant. But throughout the whole year, it was pretty even, I would say. Like Bardock made 7 million, guys, 7 to 8 million. That's mainly because I think it was a little bit of a leak towards the 2021's Ultra Super Gogeta when he first came out. Of course, Ultras, or if it's really close to another banner, I can see why they would count some money, because the banner might be on its, towards the end, which still leaks to 2022, right? So we have that, which is really good. Bardock was actually really hype as well, though. Of course, and then of course the Legends Festival here, they ended up making 6 million and then 10 million, basically, right? So for 2022. Now, here we are in 2023. 2023 is actually very interesting because I think this is the best year Dragon Ball Legends has ever had in terms of hype, actually fixing the game, giving Charlotte the love he deserves. We're, getting our economy back a little bit more. Now, there isn't a direct number here because, of course, we're not even finished with the year. But Ultra Vegito Blue brought in $17 million, which is the highest grossing month. And by the way, remember, let me just remind you guys, this is all in Japan, and this might be inaccurate as well, okay? But still, 17 million for Ultra Vegeta Blue is absolutely phenomenal just in Japan. I can't imagine like all of Europe, South America, of course, America. So it's insane. It's absolutely insane how much money they make, okay? So if we tally up all of these months, right? All these months so far, we are at a total of 412 million. 400, a little bit more than that, but still, basically half, and this is just Japan only, half a billion, guys. And if you want to include all of the rest of the world, we can just say a billion, right? Because I'm assuming just Japan itself, compared to the other world, you could just double it. You could just double it, right? If this is just Japan only. So Dragon Ball Legends, estimated, not accurate, has made $1 billion. $1 billion. And let me just show you guys, because this is chump compared to Dokkan. Dokkan, I mean, take a look at this. Like year 3, they've made, and I think this is actually the whole world. So this is not just Japan only. I don't think so. But like year 3, they made it 389 million, which is just 1 year. And of course, year 4, they made 400 million. Year 5, they made 370 million. So they're well over miles over, $1 billion. Okay. So, and I'm not sure if this is their highest grossing banner was actually here in year 6. And it was actually one of the lowest grossing months, or years, which is pretty shocking, right? But the money has been dropping, guys. Look at that, 270, 171, which is still great, right? Assuming this is the whole world, of course. But of course, it's Dokkan. Dokkan is the first one to the market. It's been around, so yeah. I mean, I thought these numbers are actually very interesting. Hopefully, this brought a little bit of clarity to you guys. $1 billion is a lot of money, So yes, I mean, I think this year they're going to finish off with probably one of the highest grossing years. Next to the first year anniversary, probably close to 100 million, which is great. And then next year, probably even more, because Dragon Ball Legends is in the right trajectory, right? Everything is, They're doing everything perfect this year, almost nearly, right? So hopefully they keep up and improve on the next year as well. So yeah, guys, if you did enjoy the video, as always, make sure you guys simply just like and subscribe, because why not? It is for free, and I keep you guys updated here 24/7, everything Dragon Ball Legends, and I'll definitely catch you guys once again on the next one. Have a good one. Peace.